One more note from that rally on Friday. You know, one of the things that if you talk to anybody who lives near the border, they're concerned about, it is the idea of bags of drugs landing on their heads.
Yep.
Yep. It's one of the problems. And so, you know, what a lot of families like to do down the areas where there is a wall, there's some stretches where there are, walls down the border. People like to just walk them. They like to walk them. Like if you take your family out, maybe you like to go biking along the wall. And you got to watch out because there could be huge bags of drugs that get thrown over the wall and could hit you. Your president has a solution for that when he builds his wall.
You know, we have wall up there now, and we're renovating it already. It's being made pristine, perfect, just as good as new, although we may go a little bit higher than that, but that's okay. And we're building samples of the new wall.
They're renovating the wall. They're renovating it.
Just doing a little
We've done a
upgrade.
gut renovation on the wall, and we're going to rebuild it. It's going to be pristine. That's what people really want, a pristine wall.
They
It's a
do.
new show called Wall Hunters.
That is a similarity between Trump and Romney. They both had very not as bad,
Trump
but Romney had a weird that's just fabulous, fantastic.
Trump is realizes this is a fetish. I mean, there's something fetishistic about this wall to these people, and he knows it, and he's glamorizing it. He's like pristine wall. Who's ever heard of a pristine wall? What does that mean? But all right, so go back. Let's just pick this up.
Okay. And we're building samples of the new wall. You know, it has to be a see-through wall. I don't know if you know this. Frankly, I didn't know it until about a year ago, as much as I say. If you can't have vision through it, you don't know who's on the other side. Let's say we build a precast concrete wall, and now we have people on the other side. Literally, I was given an example. It's so bad, it's going to stop drugs, it's going to stop a lot of bad things, but because the drug epidemic in this country is out of control, we're going to stop it. We're going to stop it. But they would literally, so you have a concrete wall, and that's what I do best. That's what I do best. That's what I really do. Although we've done a good job at politics, too. In all fairness, we've only been doing it for about 2 years, but what I do best, I build. So you have a concrete wall, and you have Mexico, wonderful, wonderful place, Mexico, and you have over here the United States, but you can't see anything, right? So now they take drugs, literally, and they throw it, 100 pounds of drugs. They throw it over the wall. They have catapults, but they throw it over the wall, and it lands, and it hits somebody on the head. You don't even know they're there. Believe it or not, this is the kind of stuff that happens. So you need to have a great wall, but it has to be see-through. We are now looking at samples. We have 4 samples that have already been built, General, right? They've been built. And we're looking at different samples already of see-through walls. And I think also, to be honest with you, a see-through wall would look better. You don't have that, whatever it might be. But we are looking at 4 different samples built by 4 great companies, 4 different concepts. They're just about completed. I'm going to go out and look at them personally. I'm going to pick the right one. We're renovating the existing wall, and we are going to have as much wall as we need.
We're going to put in a bazaza tile around it. It's going to be luxurious. You know, where's the frickin' reporter who's tracking down the 4 samples of the walls that they have been designing and working on? The see-through walls, the plexiglass walls that we're supposed to see. You know, the general was sitting over there going, yeah, we got 4 different companies, right, working on the wall. That's right. They're working on the different plans for the wall. It's insanity. I mean, are there reports of like people, reporters going up to the people in that audience and just saying like, what was your sense of the wall? Like, how do you think it's going to be pristine? Like, do you think it's going to be see-through? Do you think that's the best way to do it?
You know what I like about that is that is how like a great like drug urban myth starts. Like there's gonna be a group of teenagers, and I may have been one of these teenagers at a certain point. Would be like, dude, just go to the right place on the wall.
Just catch the
You
catapult.
just catch the catapult, score.
100-pound bag, man.
100-pound bag, man. You're just like wandering around the wall. Just like, and then there's always gonna be a made up person. Just like, nah, my cousin's friend got 300 pounds of weed.
But here's the problem.
200 pounds
Here's the
of
problem with
coke.
a clear wall. Now, when they bring the catapults up, and it's too bad we never invented the technology to look over the wall, like maybe like a
Periscope or something like
periscope, or one of those things that they used to have in forts back when we would the pioneers, and they developed forts, like wood-based forts,
that. Bring that back.
like a ladder, or like what they did at even in Game of Thrones. They have that special technology where they climb up ladders to get to the top of the wall, and then they build like a thing so they can walk along the wall. Like we would never think to do that. Or those drones. There's no way to see over the wall, so you got to make the wall see-through. But here's the problem. What if you are one of those kids, high schoolers, who are looking for drugs? Now you're going to see where the catapults are, and you're going to wait to catch it. This is a lot more complicated, I think, than people think it is.
I heard football players are going to the wall and stuffing footballs full of drugs and throwing it over so people catch it.
It's a pristine wall, and we're not going to have any of that stuff on it. It's going to be clear. It's going to be clean. It's going to be clean. You're going to see right through it. Hi, folks. Sam Seder here. We still need your help on our Patreon page. YouTube ads have come back, but not nearly as much as we had before. So if you can help us out, any little bit helps. Head over to our Patreon page right at this URL, and you'll help us keep helping you by making videos